We say to President Museveni, please rein in your son. This, I mean, I think Bobi Wine is here, who is the leader of the opposition. Are you here, Bobby, or no, they killed you before you come here? He's here, yeah. Please talk to him to hear what harassment those guys are subjected to. Why?
General Museveni's regime and his brutal son, Mo Ibrahim, are being exposed left, right, and center by Bobi Wine. One of the positive attributes Bobi Wine has is that he has been able to put our plight on the global stage, because there is no fighting which can be done in isolation. Every fight involves the international community, both in Africa, Asia, and the entire world. Bobi Wine right now is in Morocco, I think in Mo Ibrahim Foundation. And during this conference, they talked about what is happening in Uganda. It continues to show that our efforts in fighting the dictatorship are being seen across the world, because Uganda is a global village. Gone are the days where General Museveni will come out and trample on our human rights without the international community seeing, because we've revolutionized the camera. We've been able to make such videos. These videos, by the way, are seen by very many people. I make videos which are seen by tens and thousands of people. It means that some of them are from the outside world. They see our plight. So during this conference, Mo Ibrahim talked about how General Museveni should rein in on his son, how the regime should fight for human rights, because Uganda is becoming gradually heading to a failed state where individuals are more mightier than the constitution, where the military is taking over institutions left, right, and center. So in this episode, I've come to talk about Bobi Wine's visiting Morocco in Mo Ibrahim Foundation, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, Mo Ibrahim is one of the wealthiest people in the world. Is also the founder of Celtel, but also he has opened up this foundation to fight for democracy and human rights. And I keep on telling fighters that if you want to get a successful win, involve the international community, because there is no battle that has ever been advanced without the international community. Even when Africans were fighting for independence, they were greatly helped by Russia and other African countries, because Russia fought hard to end colonialism, because it had some beef with Britain, France, and etc. So it had to fund people to fight for their rights. Even when they were fighting, Tanzania was involved. I can go on to give very many examples. For fighting a dictatorship, first of all, majority of the work, the heavy lifting should be done by the nationals. That means Uganda. But also, to be strategic, you must also work in hand with the foreign community. Bobi Wine has tried to put the plight of Ugandans at a global stage. Remember when he did a movie in a brutal election, some people came out to say that he has made a lot of money, blah blah blah, not thinking on strategically that put the plight of Ugandans on the global stage to an extent of nominating it in the Oscar. It means that very many people saw what was happening in Uganda. Among those people are people who can push the agendas. The reasons to why the German ambassador, the EU, normally sided with Ugandans, because we are at a juncture where we are going in a transition. The regime may want to be brutal to subjugate Uganda and to force a candidate who is unpopular, and that is Mo Ibrahim. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Mo Ibrahim was talking about the plight of Ugandans and also calling out General Museveni to rein in on Moses Kainerugaba. Here's the tape.
Among many other places, Tanzania. And I asked President Samia, please be a little bit more gentle with your opposition. It's not nice what is happening to some of the opposition figures here. We say to President MUSEVENI, please rein in your son. This, I think Bobi Wine is here, who is the leader of the opposition. Are you here, Bobby, or no, they killed you before you come here? He's here, yeah. Please talk to him to hear what harassment those guys are subjected to. Why? They are citizens of your country. They are not your enemy. And if the people like, I don't know if Bobi Wine will be a good president or not. I don't know. But if the people of Uganda liked him, and so be it. Okay, what's the big deal? We really need to look at ourselves first. We are very quick to complain about imperialism and colonialism and the other guys and what they're doing for us and what you... Okay, all that's fine. But please look into a mirror and say, is that nice what you see, guys? It's not nice, I'm telling you. So please, we need to get our act together and we need to move forward. I'm sorry, it is not a nice statement, but it's the truth. And you guys need to hear the truth. Thank you.
That is Mo Ibrahim. So for me, it is a plus who is fighting for democracy, where our plight is being seen across the world, on African platforms, on the world platform. Bobi Wine was invited in the European Union Parliament. The European Union have a lot of say in the global politics and the world order. You remember when even they were attacking Gaddafi, the European Union endorsed it, although some of the cases, Gaddafi was one of the good leaders, but he failed to answer questions of democracy and human rights. And questions of democracy and human rights are a pillar in the way how to run elections. And I smiled. I saw that our fighter, Bobi Wine, is not fighting alone. People are understanding what we are going through. And such small efforts are steps towards the right direction. We are getting partners. We are getting those who sympathize with us. We are getting supporters. Eventually, the world will gang up against this dictatorship. We also call for sanctions against these leaders, not against a country, but against these leaders, so that their living can be made uncomfortable. You cannot want to subjugate people, to kill people, yet you want to live comfortably. Okay? So Bobi Wine being in Morocco, it is a plus. When people come out to criticize his moving in and out of the country in Europe that is enjoying, not knowing it is also a front which has been neglected for a very long period of time. So going in the outside world, you know, Bobi Wine brought two fronts which we never had. One is the international community. Two are the youths. Okay? So he must keep on enlarging that front, because even when General Museveni was fighting Obote in the showing the Mercedes, came out to say that he has ever gone to Libya. They gave him some guns. He used to go to Mozambique. His family was in Sweden, despite him being a rebel. But at that time, he stood on the right thing. Here in the country, he's doing the same things he fought against. So it is incumbent upon our generation to put up fronts in the international community, to get partners, but also don't forget the international community cannot fight the dictatorship. It is upon us to agitate for democracy, to fight for human rights by all means necessary. But of course, we must fight hard to restore constitutionalism. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, employee would subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. Let me also take this opportunity to tell you that I'm going to come back and ask for your votes as a member of parliament for Makinde East 2026. We are at a juncture where we're going to vote for leaders who know things, for executors, not naysayers, for fighters, not jokers. In this race, The only person who has those credentials in none other than Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali, yours truly. I'll be availing myself to ask for your mandate as an MP for Makinde East constituency. Because we need a leader who understands where our country is, where it was, and where it is going. And there is none other than yours truly, Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on the YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.